I've been really craving grilled cheese and it's already 9 o'clock and I haven't had dinner yet, so that is exactly what I decided to get started on. I quickly threw together a dough to make my bread before getting started on my mozzarella cheese, and this was super simple, just flour, salt, water, and yeast. And it had to sit for 3.5 hours, but it's finally sat, it's risen, and now it's time to actually make my bread. So I'm just gonna throw this into the oven with a little bit of ice underneath it. And now to make the cheese, you're supposed to use a whole fat milk, but I don't have any, so I'm just gonna say a prayer that this one works. Added 3 cups of that to a pot. And once it hits 120 degrees, you want to take it off the heat immediately, add in your vinegar, and now cover it and let it sit for 15 minutes. And now this is how it's looking. I put it through a strainer, I washed off all of the whey, I put on a cheesecloth, and I just kind of like squeezed all of the extra liquid out of it. Now you want to knead it, and you want to keep dipping it back and forth in the boiling hot liquid to shape it into a little mozzarella ball that looks something like this. I put that in the fridge to cool for an hour while I also took out my bread and let that cool also, and it looks so good. I made a little bit of homemade pesto while those are cooling, so I threw that on my grilled cheese, and I'm also putting some of my mozzarella on there, and I'm just throwing this in the skillet with a little bit of butter. I left this cook on like 4 minutes on each side, and it's almost 2 a.m. now, but this was so worth it.